Do your patients call you Dr. Mike?
They mix it up. Dr. Warshawski, Dr. Mike.
What's your last name? Wait, what were you about to say?
No, I want to answer questions.
Wait, am I supposed to get them? Wait, I wanted to ask you, why do I sweat so much more than normal people? This seat right now is a swamp. No, literally, I've been sitting on this paper towel and look how wet it is.
I don't care that you're sweating it, but do you want another paper towel?
No, it's okay. It's very wet, though.
No, but so the reason why people sweat is, again, usually for thermal regulation purposes, but I'll tell you why you're probably sweating more now than usual.
I'll do 10 jumping jacks.
It's right here.
What? Well, I do drink coffee every day, but like everybody drinks coffee.
No, you can, but I'm just saying after a cup of coffee, you're gonna sweat a little bit more in that moment. Things that could possibly be going on. You have a different metabolism than others, so you run at a slightly different temperature. You like to be a little bit cooler, so as soon as you heat up a little bit, your body wants to sweat and cool down. Could there be something medically wrong? It could be possible, but you would have other symptoms.
How come some days, okay, wait, where do I wanna start here? Some days, I'll wake up.
On Sundays or some days?
Some days. Okay. No, I don't wanna start there. Let's talk about vitamins.
Vitamins or supplements?
I guess I don't know the difference.
Well, vitamins exist in our body and they exist in nutrients that we eat food and are very important to our survival. We can't live without vitamins. Supplements is what you see in GNC and Vitamin Shop.
Those.
Yeah, those are supplements. Those are vitamin supplements.
Okay.
So you're talking about vitamin supplements.
Yeah. People say like there's no research that they work and then they say like the amounts in them are so bonkers. Should I be eating vitamins every day?
Okay. You talking about multivitamin?
I take magnesium, biotin for my hair, skin, and nails, D3. I was taking sunflower. What was it? It was something for bloating. It was like sunflower something.
No,
Dandelion root, that's what it was, not sunflowers.
Sure.
Is that bad?
No, it's not bad. Why are you taking them?
The magnesium was because somebody told me to take it because my muscles were sore.
Okay.
The biotin was because hair, skin, and nails.
Did you have a medical reason to take any of these?
My trainer told me to take them, but he doesn't sell them, so it's not like he was like,
No, I'm not saying, there's not gonna be anything, no knocking your trainer. Most of the claims made by vitamin companies and people who propagate vitamin use have never been truly tested.
Okay, word.
And we'll take multivitamins, because that's probably the most popular one that people take. Do they extend your life? Absolutely not. Do they improve your quality of life? Absolutely not. All supplements are not regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. If right now you and I wanted to start a supplement line called Gabbie and Mike's Vitamin C Magic Potion to help you lose weight, we can put whatever powder we want on this table, put it into capsules, put it in a bottle, and take it to a store and sell it. There is no rule against that.
Okay, I have another question. Are manicures dangerous with like the UV lights?
I wouldn't use the UV lights, I would just use the air dryers. Because there's something called
Dr. Mike, you can't air dry a gel manicure.
There's something known as subungual carcinoma, and it's basically a cancer on your nail. And like people will see pictures if you Google online, like a big dark line going down your nail. What's dangerous about that is sometimes that cancer can appear there, no big deal, but then if it spreads to another part of your body, it can be deadly. When I see a patient for the first time, when I'm doing a physical, one of the things I look at is people's nails.
Wow, I wish I didn't have gels on my nail right now so that you could look at them.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared now. Okay, I'm Middle Eastern.
Okay.
So I tan very easily.
Okay.
And I lay out a lot.
Okay.
I always tell myself that because my skin is naturally tan, I am less likely to get melanoma.
Statistically, you're right. You are less likely, but you're still increasing your risk.
But I love being tan so much.
I'll tell you this, not only, so do you ever get burned?
Maybe like the first time. Like the first time you're out in the summer.
Give me a rough estimate of how many sunburns you had in your life.
When I was younger, I would get sunburnt like relatively a lot.
So you're at a very high risk already.
But like now I literally don't burn at all.
No, you're very high risk now. That's it.
I'm so much happier tan. I literally think that it does something to my brain. Why am I still at more risk? Because I tanned when I was younger.
Because you burned.
Because I was burnt.
Yep.
But why don't I burn now?
Maybe you stay out less.
Definitely not.
Maybe you wear some sunscreen?
0.
Again, you're gonna be less likely to burn than someone who is fair-skinned. That's why people who are fair-skinned and have X number of moles on their body, you know, people who have a lot of freckles.
I have so many moles.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Because you have a lot of moles, and it goes by numbers, like 50 or more moles, you have X risk, and then if you have less than that, you have X risk.
Wait, more moles is more risk?
Yeah.
I have my entire body
So
is
you have
moles.
2 major risk factors. One, the fact that you burned in your life, the fact that you have many moles, that puts you at a risk. So all I'm saying is, wear sunblock, and number 2, make sure that when you talk to your doctor, you get a full skin exam to make sure all those.
I've had this mole looked at so many times. This does not look normal, but that is cancerous.
How do you know?
Look at it.
Did you ever get a biopsy?
No, they won't, but they always
Why?
just look at it and they say it's fine. And I'm like, look at it. And I went to 3 different doctors and
Were
I'm
they
like, listen.
dermatologists?
Yes.
Okay, so then you're fine. Why are
There's
you worried?
no way, because it has everything they say that you, look at him laughing back there. Do you think you should care about doctors' ratings on Yelp?
Yeah, you should read them. You should be an educated
I have
consumer.
a story. I called an ENT because I had 3 different problems.
Do you have a primary care doctor?
No.
Okay, you should have a primary care doctor.
I just like, why would I ever go there? What do they do?
So I'm a primary care doctor.
Right. Wait, there was something else I wanted to ask you too, and I was like getting so revved up and excited
Something
about
about
it.
your mole again?
No, it's not about my mole. I need to move on from the mole. I've had multiple doctors tell me I had a deviated septum. And then I went to a nose doctor and I was hoping,
nose and
oh,
throat
I
doctor?
remembered what I was gonna
ENT?
ask you about. Yes, I went to an ENT. When I lay down, I literally can't breathe. Like it's game over. I'm like mouth breather, full out. So I was like, okay, deviated septum.
Do you snore when you sleep?
Like a mother. Like I'm a dinosaur. But when I go like this,
I use rhinoceros as the example of a snore.
that's a better one. This is like crack to me. You hear the difference. So I go to a doctor, I'm like, hey, fix this. And he said it's not deviated. My septum is just so large that I can't breathe. I'm like, okay, did I just pay $150 copay for you to tell me I have a big ass nose? Like, I know that. But he said, it's possible to shave down the septum, but he doesn't recommend it because it's just like a really intense surgery. Like it's not just like straightening, it's like we literally have to shave down the bones.
Have you ever gotten a sleep study done? Mm-mm. See, if you had a primary care doctor, you think about snoring, right?
I can't stop doing
Do you know
that.
what I worry about?
What do you worry about?
Heart disease.
What the You can't talk to me like that.
Well,
I'm
no.
so neurotic.
Good. I think in terms of prevention, not just
Okay.
cures. Like you're thinking about this problem directly in front of you. And what I hear is that you're having snoring issues. You're needing to drink coffee multiple times throughout the day, or at least once a day because your energy levels are low. Do you love napping?
I can't nap. I have really crazy nightmares.
Have you heard of sleep apnea?
I have sleep apnea, I think, because I keep not breathing.
So do you know what the issue of sleep apnea is?
I'm like actually stressed right now.
Long-term risk of sleep apnea is developing high blood pressure, which then affects the shape of your heart and its ability
I
to
can't
pump
handle
blood.
this today.
This is about empowerment. This is about getting you to make the right decisions for your health.
I didn't know I had a heart risk and now I'm sad. Do doctors actually read the charts? Because I say hard no.
What do you mean, do we read the charts?
Like they make me fill out all that paperwork and then I come in.
100% we read the charts.
None of my doctors read that because then they ask me the exact same stuff that's on the chart. I'm like, read the damn chart. Also, have you ever heard the term flank in terms of medicine?
Yeah, that's your side right there.
I had a doctor tell me that I had a lot of fat in my flank. Anyways, I just wanted to know if you knew what a flank was.
Classically, if someone has a kidney stone or
Yeah.
an infection in their kidney, which is in the back portion over here, and they have pain in this area, we call it flank pain.
That's the grossest word I've ever heard in my
Why?
life for a body part.
Well, you've heard of flank steak. That's
Well, yeah,
From the
because it's like an animal, but like when somebody literally grabs your side and says you have a lot of fat in your flank.
Well, that's messed
Very offensive. Oh, I remember. How do you feel about fillers?
facial fillers.
Yes.
Okay.
Generally. Do you think that they're unsafe?
Do you feel light is generally unsafe? Like it can be, and it could
Light?
be bad.
What do you mean? Is
Like,
light ever bad for you?
Yeah.
I'm so stressed.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Blue wavelength light hurts your sleep hormone. Blue
Oh,
wavelength
yeah.
light causes macular
I have
degeneration
those
to go earlier.
glasses. Are you a surgeon?
Yeah, like my medical license says physician and surgeon, but I don't perform surgeries on a regular basis.
Have you ever?
Yeah,
How long's it been since you did a surgery?
really long time. C-section in medical, in residency.
We were tweeting about this.
Who?
Me and you.
About C-sections?
Yes.
Really?
Okay.
Mind blown right now.
When you get a surgery or a C-section, they take your organs out.
Oh, you said that what holds your organs up? Fascia.
But then they put the organs back and they're not like rebuilding the fascia, right?
When we cut through the fascia, we sew the fascia back up. Absolutely.
I think I just don't have a very good understanding of what
Well,
fascia is.
you just need to go to a cadaver lab one time. Maybe that's a good
Never.
YouTube video.
There's
no,
a
come on.
zero-
I'll
first
post
of
this
all-
video and put a comment in
No.
the thing. And if we get to 100,000 likes, will you
You
do
can
it?
get 100 million likes, but I'm not gonna do it. Can you generally get pregnant every day of the month?
Yes.
Okay. That's all.
We don't have an 100% accurate science to know where exactly in your cycle that you are.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
say you're somebody
because we
super
don't have-
regular.
It doesn't matter. It's
Okay.
still not perfect.
Why is my body so crooked? Real talk. Triple D, double D. 9.5, 8.5. Like you guys are seeing, I'm doing this as evenly as possible. And my right hand is so much
Really?
freaking.
It doesn't look that much bigger.
You don't think that's so much bigger? Look at this. Shoes are annoying, bras are annoying. Like if I'm wearing a swimsuit, like, oh, this boob is so much bigger.
So
Wait,
it's-
oh my God. I just remembered something that's been haunting me my whole life and then I have to ask you. Oh,
the
sorry.
frog lady?
This is the thing. Each person's heart is born with like a certain amount of beats, essentially. Like you can only have like so many beats in your life, and that's why people who like are overweight and their heart is beating faster or like unhealthy in some way, that's why they die sooner. So then I used to get really scared to work out because I was like, oh my God, my heart's beating faster and I'm running out of beats.
Yeah, I would say it's totally inaccurate.
Okay, cool.
It sounds like bro science.
That's like
the reason
way
why I
off.
would say it is because people that exercise and get their
Yeah.
heart rates up, they generally live long, healthy lives.
Well, her combat to that
I know it is.
was that your heart beats slower resting.
Let's use an example like Lance Armstrong, whose heart rate is incredibly high. His resting heart rate is high, and he's a really high-performing athlete. And you can't say that he's gonna live a short life because his heart rate beats high. What we've seen is a trend that people who have lower resting heart rates are generally in better shape, so they live longer. But it's not because of the low heart rate that they live longer, it's because they're exercising. You see what I'm saying?
That has caused me so much anxiety for a decade.
Well, I am glad that we can control your anxiety just
Me
a little
too.
bit.
It's out of my brain.
All right, guys, I hope you learned something. We talked about literally everything under the sun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions for Gabby, please drop them down below in the comments. Please check out her channel. I'm going to be linking it everywhere. She's in the process of learning herself.
I was like staring at you so weird the entire time we were
Good,
talking. I was like,
good.
this.
Watch how weird she stares at me and judge her for it.
And sorry to whoever has to edit this. Jesus.
What about Jesus?
Wait, Jesus is editing this?
Who's Jesus? Dan is editing this. Thank you, Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
Alrighty, guys, thanks for watching. As always, you have to do this too. Come on, let's do it. As always, stay happy and healthy. What do you think BO is?
I don't know.
It's bacteria farts.
Yum.
Generally, when people are running in the gym, they don't smell bad. But when you're stressed,
You're fired.
kids are taking cocoa powder that they buy from Amazon and they snort it to get high.
Why are they getting it online? Why don't they just go to Ralph's?
I don't know what Ralph's is, but
Word, East Coast. Before we go, can you tell me what blood pressure is?